So fast forward, Iron Maiden, a big part of history. You also played, of course, in Lionheart, Praying Mantas, all the great bands. But these days you're involved with Maiden United. How is it for you to arrange those classic songs when you worked on the past in a whole different style? How is it to work with Maiden United?
Well, this was purely in a way accident, but probably purposely done by Joey. In the early 2000s, around about I would have thought around 2004, I got contacted by a guy in Italy called Marco Gamba. He's done a lot of work with Maiden. He's from Turin, and he got me over to Italy to play with an Italian band called the Clairvoyants, and it was a Iron Maiden convention. So there's 3 bands on, and we headline. And there was a couple of bands on before them, which were tribute bands, and I'd never met this band before. Anyway, I played with them, and basically it was the whole first album and 2 or 3 songs from the Killers album. And when I closed my eyes, it was like being back on stage with the main band. And these guitarists, the young guys, they were excellent, you know. And even Luca, who's gone on to play with Doro now in Germany.
He's a nice guy. I know him,
And he was the lead guitarist and backing vocals with Clairvoyants. But they recorded it, went on the internet, and the next minute, over the next few years, I have no manager. I'm getting people contacting me through the internet. We have a band in France. We have another band in Italy, north or south. We have a band in Spain. We have a band in Germany. Excuse me. And so slowly I start travelling. Me and Julia start travelling to all these beautiful places, and we play with these. With different bands, you know, like all these Iron Maiden conventions. And all the fans come, and they're fantastic because a lot of them are not used to hearing the early albums.
No.
Because Maiden don't play much from the early days. They've got too many songs. And so I've been doing it for quite a few years. We went to South Africa, we went to Bulgaria, even Australia and New Zealand I played in with a band. And it was brilliant. And so then all of a sudden, there's a guy in Eindhoven, Wout. I may be pronouncing that wrong. Wout,
yeah.
He does a little bit of promoting, but he's always involved with British Lions and Maiden. He's always on the tours. I always meet up with him. And he contacted me and he said, would you please come over to Eindhoven? I want you to play with this tribute band. It's called Up the Irons. So I said, yes, I'd love to.
Why not? So
anyway, we get to this convention where there's these different rooms where they've got different memorabilia, albums. You know, there's people, all Iron Maiden fans. So good to meet up with everyone, shake your hand, have a photo done. And so the support band goes on, and I don't know who they are.
No.
And there was me and 3 mates from Saffron Walden, where I live, and we're standing by the mixing desk. And so there's these guys playing, and it's acoustic, a piano, but the songs, and this guy with a long black hair and a beard, who ends up turning out to be Damien Wilson. He's singing, and I said to my mate standing here, I said, do you know what? All these songs that we're singing are really familiar, but I don't know where I've heard them before. And then it wasn't until we did Children of the Damned, I went, there are Maiden songs, but they're played totally different.
Yes.
Completely different arrangement. And then Damien decided he was going to crowd surf.
Oh yeah, he always does that.
Jump
all his
off.
bands.
The only problem was there wasn't anyone in front of the stage to catch him.
Oh God.
Just a few youngsters. So I said to my 3 pals, quick. So we run down the front. Damien came out and we caught him.
Oh yeah, you did?
So we carried him back to the mixing desk while he's singing Children of the Damned.
Oh, that's epic.
When we got back to the desk, we stood him down and he's still singing it. Dennis, like that. So we got to the end, children of the day. So I harmonised with him.
Yeah.
The two of us sang the last 4 notes, children of the day, and the crowd went potty. He went, fantastic. So of course, when I go backstage to get changed, they're in the one dressing room, and so Joey comes out of this dressing room, goes in this dressing room. So I went, was it? Yeah, Joey. He went, children, this is we're mate up the irons. And I went, what was that? And there's Rude Johnny there, and I went, that was fantastic. He went, oh, perhaps you should come and play with us one day. I went, I'd love to.
Yeah, that's something else.
And that was the start. And then we did the Up the Irons gig, which went really well. And then I went home, and it was after that Joey said, look, this is a proposition. I have gigs with Up the Irons that you can come and do with the Electric Man.
Yeah.
But if I send you over, I'll give you next time you come over, I'll give you the albums. And I went home and listened to them and got my old new Takamine, which I hardly play because it's too hard to play. I'm not an acoustic guitarist. And I loved the song. So then he said, come over. So I've been over quite a lot over the last few years. And they've come to England. We've done the Burfest. But the set I thought was fantastic. Yeah. Damien Wilson singing, or whoever sang, was great. And I used to come on for the early stuff. Then finish off with Wasted Years. Mm-hmm. So then, after playing the theatre tours in February, we was over at last Christmas and New Year, doing in February, and Joey said to me, look, I'm thinking of doing a tour 1980, so it won't be the songs that we play with the band at the moment. It will be all songs from the first album.
Yeah, something special.
Would you be free to do this? And I looked through, because then we had lockdown and COVID.
Yeah.
Then when I looked at the book for this year, last year, and I said, look, I can book them in, and then I'll put the other stuff that I'm doing on hold, just while I'm away for a few weeks, and I can always go back and carry on at home. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
And then, of course, I'm in Brazil in the end of November for a big tour.
Nice.
With a Brazilian. Funny enough, the band that I'm playing with in Brazil is the same band that Deel and Blaze used when they went over there.
Oh yeah, nice.
So it's a good band.
Yeah.
But as far as Maiden United goes, this is the first time we've done all the first album.
Yeah.
And so it's going really well. But it's always something different that Joey's always looking for.
Yeah.
There's always a different subject or a different way of doing things, and he arranges all the songs. So when I first heard the stuff they were doing a few years ago, I liked it. I thought it was fantastic, especially songs like The Trooper. Charlotte the Harlot, I didn't like when I played it with Maiden.
No?
It was too... Right, it was 200 mile an hour.
Yeah.
But listening to Damien sing it on the album, it has so much feel to it.
It's a fantastic version. It is, it is. Yeah.
And the Trooper and things like that, great versions, great arrangements of the songs. Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
So long may it last, because I love playing with them. You know, as I get older, I got to run around the stage.
Yeah. So you come actually full circle.
Yeah. Well,
Some off. Yeah.
Yeah, the lucky thing is, it can be a bit confusing because once I've been playing the Maiden United songs for so long, I've got to go back and play them with the electric guitar. Yeah. So I've got to remind myself how the early ones. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do you still have contact with our Maiden self? With
I see Steve quite a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, you see him. Yeah.
Yeah, when he's over in the UK, we go and meet up, and maybe if he's staying at his house at Shearing Hall, he'd have a party. We go to the party, but no, it's quite nice to see him in other places. Like over the last, was it 2018? They were in Vegas at the MGM, and 8 of us flew over, and we spent a week there for a week's holiday, and we went across and a drink and something to eat and have a chat with Steve and everything, and also I see Nico as well. He always comes over. Don't see the others. But yeah, it's always it's always a pleasure to go and see them. And funny enough, this year I've been Ireland, Belfast, Boston. I took all the firefighters from the Boston Fire Brigade and the fire chiefs. I took them as guests to the gig.
Oh, nice.
In Boston, yeah.
That's very good. Nice, yeah.
So yeah, I've seen them quite a lot. I saw them in Milan a little while ago at a racetrack, British Lions. And then, because I do a lot of charity work, Steve was in Manchester, and I was in near Cambridge, where I live. And I spoke to him on the phone. I said, look, this weekend coming, we've got a big charity event for cancer research and PTSD, which I'm a patient of the PTSD.
Very good.
And I said, a friend of mine's made a West Ham guitar. I've got the photos, I show it on my phone. Would you sign me? Of course I will. So we drove up to Manchester, me and my mate.
Yeah. Went
and saw Steve. He was doing the British Lions gig, and he signed photos and all that, and give me some wristbands.
Oh, good.
All for the charity.
Oh, nice. So, that's very good. Yeah.
So I'm always speaking to him. Matter of fact, he's probably left the message on my phone now.
Oh, really?
Because Chelsea's kicked off against West Ham.
Oh, yeah.
So he's watching it now.
Oh, that's it to me.
And he texted me the other day because we were playing Newcastle and we were winning 1-0, and all of a sudden Newcastle scored 2 goals. So I texted him, and it was the 85th minute, so it's 5 minutes to go. So I texted him, and I went, bloody rubbish. Wow. 1-0 up, now we lost 2-1. Put my phone down, done the sound check, phone's beeping. I thought,
what's that?
He said, Steve, what are you talking about, losing 2-1? A draw's better than nothing. When I looked, they scored in the 89th minute, so I never knew. So he's texted me and said, we scored. I went, I'll turn my phone off at 85. So,
Oh, nice, man. That's very good.
Yeah.
So, Dennis, thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you.